MC, roll. Let's go. Yeah.
All right, we're live. What was that?
Hey, Beasley families and students, everybody, welcome. We're at a poetry slam today in honor of, Poetry Month, and we're going to start out with the 5th grade. So we have a couple of judges that have joined us. Thank you, them, Miss Mooney Lewis, Mr. Hinckley, and Miss Tab. And we have about 25 performers who are very excited to be here, and they've all been practicing this week. And I think you guys are in for a treat. So without any further ado, 5th grade, leading us off. This is going to be a warm-up. So all the poems today are written by the students that are performing them. The one warm-up is going to be Mother to Son by Leila and Chaz. Obviously a famous poem written by Langston Hughes. And that'll just get us going, give everybody a chance to get their confidence up. So Leila and Chaz sharing a famous poem, Mother to Son. Come on up.
Mother to Son by Langston Hughes. Well, son, I'll tell you, life for me is in a crystal stair. It's had tox in it, and splinters, and boards all torn up. A place where there ain't no carpet on the floor. Bare. But all the time I've been climbing on and reaching landings and turning corners, and sometimes going in the dark, but it ain't been no light. So boy, don't you turn back. Don't you sit down on the steps, 'cause you find this kinda hard. Don't you fall now, for I still going, honey, I still climbing, and life for me ain't been no crystal stair.
Great job, you guys. We're going to start it off. Now to the competitors. First, from room 214, we have a group, Tiana, Jaden, and Rashaya. Come on.
Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us.
We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? Your playing small does not save the world. There's nothing in life about strength so that other people won't feel insecure about you. We're all meant to shine. We are born to make manifest with the glory that's in us.
It's not just in some of us, it's in everyone.
And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same as we liberated from our own fear. Our presence automatically liberates others.
Great job. Let me just ask too, anybody who's performing, I'm going to introduce you by your name or your group name. Say the title of your poem. Make sure clearly and then pause so the judges can track what the name of the poem is. Next, from room 213, another 5th grade group, the Older Gang. Come on up.
My poem is called Growing Pains. We are getting older every day. We are getting older and will no longer play. We are getting older and may go to college someday. We are getting older and we work for pay. We are getting older and we may not be. We are getting older and may be husbands and wives someday. We are getting older and may have our own children someday. We'll play. We are getting older, I dread the day. We are getting older, but as a child, I wish I could stay.
Great job by the Older Gang. Next up, 5th grade team from room 276. We got the Two Dreamers. Give them a round of applause. Here we go.
Our poem is named When You Have a Dream. When you make a sketch, you make art. When you make art, you make a dream. When you have a dream, you are setting your future. When you have a future in your life, you have a goal that can lead to nice things. When you have all of that, you have lived your life in the future.
Good job, two dreamers. So positive. Wonderful message. Next up, also from 276, ladies and gentlemen, Chloe King.
My poem is called Equal for All. Why do people think they're so superior to others? Because you have more money than others? Because your skin is lighter? Because your life is better than others? Because you have better clothes? But that's the thing, you're not. We are all human beings and that doesn't make a difference. But others have different minds than that. And people seem to love tormenting or criticizing people over the way people dress, eat, and other things that superior people see as disgusting or as ugly. So the next time you see somebody with an ugly outfit, you remember your opinion isn't more important than how you make someone feel. So when you have that thought, go look in the mirror and think about yourself. Try to make someone feel the way you want to be treated.
Thanks, Chloe. Another great message. Last from 276, ladies and gentlemen, Raven Butler, aka Ray Vaughn. Get it up.
My poem is called Hope to God. Tears to teardrops to droplets. I hope to God my days become better days. Better days become bad days, and that was make me. As I walk the plank, I fall into a deep sleep. And as I dream, my mind grows and my body turns to dust, but my heart stays warm. Don't give up. Don't give up on me now as I am still growing from my mistakes.
Good job, Ray Vaughn. Powerful. Moving on to room 277. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Leila.
My poem is called Diversity. Diversity, the thing that makes us different, the thing that makes us unique. Without diversity, we wouldn't be us. Whether you're black, white, Mexican, or Japanese, without our looks, we would just be our hearts. If it's your hair, eyes, or even your nose, I want friends. If we didn't have diversity, we wouldn't have us. I want friends of different colors so that I can learn new things. We would all be the same. I love my color. I love the things that make me different, the things that make me stand out from everyone else. What things make you different and stand out? Don't you love those things about yourself? If you don't, then you should. They're what makes you unique and stand out. They make you beautiful. You shouldn't change for anybody or try to be the same as anybody. If someone doesn't like you for who you are or just for your skin or your differences, they make you amazing if you're light or dark. No matter what your skin color, you are amazing. You are beautiful. Remember that always. Beautiful. Amazingly beautiful. You are beautiful. You should love yourself. I want to thank diversity for making me different, for making me me. You should too.
Good job, Leila. Another great message. Next up, also from 277, ladies and gentlemen, they go by the name of Grandma's Girls. Give it up.
Grandma's Blessing by Grandma's Girls. Grandma, soft and soothing. Her hugs are heartwarming blessings. She makes wishes that last forever. Grandma, warm and wise. I can tell her anything with no replies. So calm and quiet. Her sweet and salty cooking blesses my empty stomach. Makes my day more amazing. Grandma, we go places together. I feel blessed when I'm with her. Makes my day more amazing. Grandma, so loud and outspoken. Her voice makes flowers bloom, and she heals my heart. Grandma, classy, fancy, flashy, sophisticated. Where would I be without you? You love me, you calm me, you comfort me, and all it takes is a hug.
Good job. Grandma's girls, great. Ladies and gentlemen, also from 277, coming up next, a legend, Peyton Valley. Come on, Peyton.
My poem is called The Way He Made Us Laugh. The way he made us laugh, with his tan face and his faded liney shirt on, and his love for playing video games. The way he made us laugh. He loved playing Chick-fil-A and getting mad at us for playing Call of Duty without him. The way he made us laugh. All day, every day, he made us laugh. Giggling and smiling with us and cracking jokes left to right. That's all. RPTJ.
Great job, Peyton. Powerful, buddy. Emotional. That was awesome. Coming up next, also from 277, ladies and gentlemen, Ronald Blanchard. Come on up, Ronald.
My poem is called The Suit. There's a suit that no one can take off. Their skin. They killed George Floyd because of his suit. They killed Breonna Taylor because of her suit. The point is that white people don't get criticized or judged or stereotyped just because of the color of their skin. Black people have to be feared just because other people don't like the way they look. The sad part is no one can take off their suit.
Good job, Ronald. One more from 277. Anise Danzy, but real quick before she comes up, let me just tell you, she wrote a set of haikus. So some of you may know that a haiku is a very specific type of poem. 3 lines with a certain amount of syllables in each line. So she wrote 3 with a similar theme, but that's going to be the pattern she's following as she reads these 3 poems. Come on, Anise. Give it up for Anise and her haikus.
My poem is called Long Summer Days. Summer days are long, the wind is slowly dying, and the sun is blazing.
Yeah, of course. Quick TV timeout. No worries. Why don't you start from the top?
Okay. Summer days are long, the wind is slowly dying, and the sun is blazing. The house is hot. It feels like a boiling pot. This needs to stop. The heat is cruel. I'm sweating like crazy. This heat is my end.
Anise was especially great. She had a whole team of haiku kids that kind of bailed on her, so she rapped for them. Good job, Anise. That wraps it up for 5th grade. Can we give it up real quick for the 5th graders? Brave, bold, powerful. Starting us off from 6th grade, from room 275. Ladies and gentlemen, they go by the name Melanin RTD. Come on.
Our poem is titled Inspired Mind. Every day you see people walking in the streets, smoking, drinking, shooting, doing drugs, fighting over women. Tough. But where does that get them? Nowhere. It's rare to see people making the wrong and right decisions every day. But us, on the other hand, we have goals which spurs us to achieve amazing and praising things. We think big and ambitious. Just because we're young doesn't mean not a thing.
I'd rather be a leader than a follower. People may look at me and think I'm weak. Men, they're just haters. I'm strong, but without God, who would be able to thank every day asking for another day? I'm just glad I can show people God in many, many ways. Inspire minds.
Inspired mind. Inspired mind.
Inspire minds.
Yeah, that was good. Coming up next from room 292, also in 6th grade. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Leila and Kayla.
Our poem is titled To Society I Am. No matter what I do or where I go, people stop, look, think, and say, no. No matter what I do or where I go, people stop, look, think, and say no. Everywhere I see people are quick to judge me.
Whatever you do, there are eyes on you.
People see what they want to be, so just do you.
Society always pushes me down.
Girl, don't frown. It may seem like things are upside down, but you better rock that crown.
What about the beauty of my personality? Do people just not care?
Girl, don't you dare. People can kick rocks, you know. You just gotta sit back, relax, and learn to let things go.
The reality of the world isn't this easy, though.
Well, the world should change. You just gotta be yourself. Not so hard, is it now?
Maybe not so much, but all things aside, people don't hear my cry, nor do they see how words can affect me.
Words are words. What can kill won't hurt. You need to show what you're worth, fill up scars within, be the talented person you were and have always been.
I finally see what I have become. No matter what I do or where I go, I no longer care if people say no. I know to let the real me show. Even when I'm fed up, I will
Always.
keep my head up.
Wow. Original poem. Great job, Leila and Kayla. Next up, another 6th grade class from room 278. Ladies and gentlemen, Stephanie Reed. Come on up, Stephanie. Give it up, you guys.
Listen for once, listen closely, let me say my side of the story. When you call me lazy, it really affects me. Maybe if you let me explain, you can see my actions change. Listen for once, listen carefully. I understand my grades fuck off my energy. I understand I can be goofy at times, but that doesn't mean my future is blurry. Listen for once, listen closely. I really care about my grades, really I do. I promise you I'm not a fool, but you're not able to change that if you cannot listen for once.
Incredible. Good job, Stephanie. Judges, that wraps up the 5th and 6th grade. Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, I spoke too soon. We do have one more 6th grader. How could I forget? I think one of the only ones maybe returning from last year. I think she did it last year when we just had a tiny little school with little classes. And she's back, ladies and gentlemen. Give it up for Siren Sargent.
My poem is called The Bodies of Flowers. Flowers, their beauty does not come in a mold. Their shapes, colors, and sizes, all of which the human eye cannot withhold. All their petals and their shapes, which they seem to wear proudly as brightly patterned capes. The beautiful sunflowers that tower so tall over you and me. Oh, how we find those so very lovely. Folk are fascinated by the many shades of red, purple, and pink. But why not apply these attributes to people? That is where your minds cannot seem to make the link. How is it that people can be just as beautiful? Some can't understand, and descriptions just as skillful, describing woman or man. The beautiful shades of brown, peach, and tan that come so naturally to our skin. Most love to show it off in any way they can, but some in this world just don't appreciate. The strands of our hair show straight like the petals of a tulip, or wavy like the ones of a rose. Give some so much confidence they can't help but strike a pose. So the next time you want to appreciate and describe your willow, think of your favorite person and have some kindness to show.
Great job, Siren. And that wraps up 5th and 6th graders. Great job to all of you. Super impressive that you guys are doing that at your age. Bravely, on stage, independent. And then we're gonna move on to the give it up real quick for the 5th and 6th graders. Now we're gonna start out with a bang, ladies and gentlemen, from room 227. She goes by the name The Official Faith Martin. Give it up.
The title of my poem is called Brown Girl. Brown girl, what do you see? Black girl magic, yeah, that's what you see. Our melanin skin shines so bright where it blinds you, where you won't can see. Brown girl, let me ask you something. Can't you see? Light bright, dark brown, no matter what color you see. Our melanin skin is gonna glow. The sun, the mother nature, no matter how hard you try not to show. Long, beautiful, brown, curly hair, coils everywhere. You see, with a little bit of nothing, we form a tree. Y'all mad, y'all can't understand how strong we could be. Together we form a unit that will always unite. Beauty beneath us make the boys want to stare. Head to toe, girl, look at yourself, others with it, they were there. When you look in the mirror, I want you to say Black Queens, because that's what it's meant to be, UCSG.
Great start to the 7th, 8th graders. Give it up one more time for Faith Martin. We're going to follow that up from room 232 with Vicki Thomas. Come on up, Vicki. Show Vicki some love. Come on, Vicki.
Mine is called My Big Bully. Peer pressure is a big bully. Bullies make you do things you don't want to or usually don't do, like drinking and smoking. Peer pressure is a big bully. Peer pressure gets into your head. Peer pressure makes my rules bend. Manipulation is peer pressure's best friend. Manipulation uses things like fear as fuel and guilt as a tool. Peer pressure is a big bully. Peer pressure has a strategy very little people can escape. But how do we escape it? The answer is unknown to me because I fall for the same trap too. Peer pressure is a big bully. Peer pressure, but how does peer pressure affect me? How does peer pressure make me feel? Peer pressure But how does peer pressure affect me? What does peer pressure make me do? So many things I will regret forever. My rules, my self-rules, the rules I put in place to keep me safe. Me broke those rules. I bent those rules. For what? Fame, popularity. Peer pressure is a big bully. Two things I always wanted to know. Will peer pressure ever be satisfied? Will peer pressure ever stop? That is something I will never know. Peer pressure is a big bully. Peer pressure is my big bully.
Great job, Vicki. You guys, Vicki was asked to step in at the last minute, so she memorized, crash course memorized that. Incredible job. Listen, everybody, even if you have a hitch, if you're memorizing and getting up or reading in front of a crowd, you're doing it. So be proud of yourself, even if you do have a hitch or a hiccup in your performance. Next up, 18th poet of the day, of the morning. Ladies and gentlemen, from 232, JB.
If you always try your best, then you never have to wonder about what you could have done. If you somehow your thunder, and if your best was not as good as you hoped it would be, you could still say, I gave it all that I had in me.
Good job, JB. Next up from room 293. So moving into 8th grade, right? 293, moving into any other 7th graders? All right, moving into the 8th grade from 293, Jaleesa Jones.
How do you see me? How do you see me? Do you see me as me? Independent Black beauty? No, you don't see me as me. You see me as material used for leather shoes for you to flaunt around in so you can look pretty. How do you see me? Do you see me as an individual, free on my own, or do you see me as property for you to display and show? How do you see my youth? Do you see them as the future of tomorrow to control my faith? No, you see them as bait. Bait to feed to alligators swimming in the swamps of evil fed through your words of hatred, for I am free. But you don't like that idea, do you? You rather me bow down to the likes of you. Your energy is contagious. It reminds me of the flu, for I am free. I am the epitome of an economy made up of legendary people, my people, or my kind. You refer to me as empty-minded simply because I'm so divine that it frightens you. Does my freedom frighten you? Does my thought frighten you? Does my walk and talk frighten you? So how do you see me? I see me as me, bold and beautiful me.  'Cause 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 'cause
8th graders setting the bar high. Next up, also from 293, she goes by the name L. Give it up.
The earth. Protect a tree, protect a turtle. If we don't start now, the future will be a hurdle. Don't treat the earth as if it's a burden. Listen to the police, the earth is certain. The fruits are dying, the coral reefs are frying. We must say the earth like it's a rebirth. Say the earth.
Good job, Leila. Great message. Did everybody hear the personification? Yeah, of course they did. Next up from 293, my favorite name of the show. Give it up for, except for Raymond. Give it up for Even M. As in E-N-M. Even M, let's go.
Our poem name is Just a Step Away. Eve and them.
Just a step away from running into my mom's arms, trying to meet her halfway. What a memory. Blanked away from the funeral, trying to stay calm. Trying to stay calm. The ceremony was beautiful, but beautiful wasn't enough for me. Beautiful wasn't enough for me, and I tried to stay empathetic. I hate that you left me, but I will see you soon.
Sitting alone in my room, wishing it was my tomb. God, I feel so empty. Living in sorrows, not wishing for tomorrow. You shall live in regret, you left me in debt. Father's non-existent, leaving me reminiscing, wishing my mom wasn't gone.
Hopeless and stranded, hoping for a smooth landing, but I'm not understanding. Is it too much to ask? I try my hardest to be free, but it's not working for me. Goodbye to the world, hello to my mom, just a step away.
Great job, powerful. Don't go too far. Ladies and gentlemen, coming back to the stage for an individual performance. Give it up for Elijah Boone coming back.
The name of my poem is called The Road to Recovery. She stopped eating, binging, then losing. She wouldn't even eat with her family. She felt so lonely. She didn't want to be anything but skinny, and people asked her why. She said, my mental is not the best like many. My familia makes me cry. No birthday cakes, just melon ones. Her family was worried that she would weigh tons. Instead of food, drugs was a substitute, and to those she was glued like a branch to a tree. She figured out quick about her consequences that made her sick. Made her sick, so she had to come to her senses. Before she could love someone else, she had to love herself more. And so therapy and rehab were a discussion. And she knew the recovery was going to be a war. And she also knew it was going to be lonely, but she was okay with that. She also knew it was going to be lonely, but she was okay with that. She knew she was the only to keep her safe in that place. Months passed and she was doing better. She felt like she could do anything. She would not let anyone get her to the place where she was before. So she started eating normally again. No more binging than losing. She even ate with her family, and she wasn't even lonely. She knew this was the end of the trauma, of the pain. So this is the end of the trauma and the pain of it all. She knows she was on, and now she'd rather be alive than dead. She was on the road to recovery.
Great job, Elijah. Next up from 297, another 8th grader. Goes by the stage name of Young Baby Z.
First of all, I would love to give a shout out to Ms. Gaynor for coming up with the name, you know. That's my favorite. Then I'd like to give a shout out to my home class 297. Yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
You guys can give it up for yourself.
So this is called One Take. Slide their DMs, no, he ain't done. I know I'm this stuff because I put in that work. Get in this money, got no time to learn. Go get your man before he get hurt. You get to me till I was up. And much of the rest of the mother does. Only 14 and not coming up. Let me tell out, I had enough sight, I lied, hit him up. Man down, pick him up. My money do this, no yeet. But 2 on the planet, I'm ready to eat. None of my love can you take a seat. Call it out because I'm ready to beat. I say call it out because I'm ready to beat.
Great job, Z. Bringing a little different kind of energy to the stage. I love it. Next up, 295, Akila Simmons and Asia Sawyer. Give it up.
Our book was called I Dream of You. I dream of you. I dream of hope, but on the same note, my hands up high, I pray to the sky. To stay with me, the pain I believe. Telling myself I really couldn't, prove to others who really wouldn't. Just play in my mind, nobody knows the truth behind. Causing me to act the way I do, cause all of the pain I've been through. I bury my thoughts inside of me, the scars I keep heal me. I take my smile, nobody really notice, so others don't worry. About it, I just start to dirty. I kill my thoughts to myself, open up, there's no good, so I let my thoughts flood inside. No one I met truly right, but the ones who have actually died. I dream of you. Second one is called Faith in You. If crown has been placed, you already won the race. Now it's time to face the fears that come your way. Don't be down, you can't stop now. It's never too late to find your faith.
Great job, gals. Coming up next from 296, they go by the name TNH. TNH.
The name of our poem is What We Say We're Fine. I walked to the kitchen, hungry for a snack. I got a few things and I ate them all. But I still felt hungry. My stomach's telling me I'm full, but my mind is telling me different. The words from my peers replay in my head. You're so skinny, you're so boldy. I can see your bones. Trying to gain weight, but my fast metabolism won't let me. Eating until I can't no more, just to gain 5 pounds. And for the process start over again, but I say I'm fine. I walked to the fridge full of food, but then I wanted to eat. The words from my peers replaying in my head. You're so big now. You used to be so skinny. What happened? Knowing my hunger is hard to get rid of. Knowing my hunger is hard to get rid of.
But we're zero fine.
Yeah, we're zero fine.
Good job, powerful. Way to push through. Ladies and gentlemen, B's, we're down to the final 2. Glad I'm not a judge. From room 294, we have Desi, Tashay, Chastity, Kaylin, and Amari. Make them feel welcome.
Okay, so before we start, we just wanted to say that this poem is an expression of feminism, and so anything we're saying here is not meant to offend men in any type of way. So, okay. Why is it hard for a man to do anything? So used to being coddled, you sit and wait for a woman to do the job for you, but scream that you're independent. And the sad part is, in your eyes, you are. So when your wife asks you, hey, could you do the dishes? And you throw a fit and she gets mad and starts an argument, and you say, man, she tripping, must be on her period. That's bullcrap.
Why can't men look me in the eyes? So quick to blame my clothes and you constantly contradict yourself. I have to cover up, but not too much so you can see, because God forbid I show my figure. Well, there goes my word. To you, it seems every part of me is sexual from my shoulders down to my feet. My body is the reason little boys can't study properly. That's bullcrap.
Why can't men teach their sons right? My father, I love him, but he contradicts everything I stand for. He'll tell my brothers to go play while loading my purse with mace and pepper spray. If he'll say these men out here are weird, but if I said that, he'd be enraged. Then he'll nod his head when a man on TV says, woman who showed their legs are less than words. That's bullcrap.
Why don't men understand consent? A boy in my class said, man, consent is confusing. Women don't know what they want. But when another boy in my class hugged them a little too close, he sure understood what consent was, the giving of it, what it means, and how quickly it could be revoked. That's bullcrap.
Why is it different for me? When you go out and I ask where you're going, you say it's none of my business. When I ask to go to your phone, I'm being insecure. When I go out, you want to know where I'm going, who I'm going to be with, and what time I'm coming back.
That's bullcrap.
If I'm too dumb,
Undesirable.
If I show too much skin.
Undesirable. If I'm overconfident.
Undesirable.
if we're not too appealing to your eyes,
Undesirable.
If I'm too skinny.
Undesirable.
if I'm anything less than the standard, I have lost my worth. That's bullcrap.
Great job, great message, powerful. Last but not least, most certainly not least, ladies and gentlemen, some of you may know him from around the building. He's going to wrap up our show from 8th grade, going by the name Zio.
Hey, back up in my bag when I've been chilling for some days. Had to slow down a bit because I've been moving way too fast. Foot off on the gas. You could try to beat me, but for sure I never come in last. Hey, you know it's me. Mama look that boy on TV. You could try to copy my whole style, but you can't beat me, can't see me. That mama some does, I think they 3D. Got a better thing for sure. She let her head hang for me. Ooh, I reach for the stars. You can hear my pain when you listen to my bars. Cause that's how people speak out to the mind. Make sure my family should be fucking with me. Thinking that's a fact. Right with my butter to the whiffle off, man. Ain't no looking back. Keep all my sisters with me for sure, man. I know that they gon' snap.
All right, you guys, that wraps it up. Judges have a lot to think about. Couple of shout outs real quick. This really cool brick stage sign behind us, you guys, was done by Miss Campbell in the art room. Give it up for her. Crowd, give it up for yourselves. You guys did a great job. Everything we asked you to do, you guys did. Supportive, calm, patient, quiet. Very impressed with everybody. And we got our judges who we mentioned earlier, Ms. Tab, Mr. Hinckley, Ms. Mooney Lewis, Ms. Gaynor, shout out for helping to run the whole thing. Of course, the administration who's supportive always with things like this. And then you guys wouldn't be a Beasley show without the guidance and leadership of our very own Miss Muhammad. Give it up real loud for her, please. And of course, the poets themselves. You guys, I think we knew on Wednesday at our first rehearsal that this was going to be way beyond our expectations. Creativity, originality, creating poems that have rhythm and flow and rhyme and all that stuff involved. Can't tell you how impressed we are. So give yourselves a round of applause. And thanks to everybody for watching the Beasley YouTube channel.
All right, let's give it up for Mrs. Spicer.